Hey, I've waited so long to get to share some of the most fascinating stories I ever got to experience in my life. And it's with so many of my karate babies. And so this morning, I want to highlight a young man who I got a message from his mother, Amber, yesterday on an assignment that he had to write for school. And I want to highlight Jasper right now because his story really captivates my heart. So I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share what he wrote, parts of what he wrote, and just want to have a discussion really quick and just share with you guys. There's a particular aspect of this young man that I find to be so unique and I just love so much. So Jasper, first of all, thank you. Mr. Danny loves you. And let me tell you something, son. I not only believed in you then, you obviously know I still believe in you now, and you are going to do amazing things. I just pray I get to see all of that, get to be there with you, because it's just good to just get to do life with you, son. You have changed my life more than you realize. And even though you say thank you to me a lot, I'm saying thank you to you today, all right? So in the first part of his assignment, he says, if you've ever had an impossible goal, it's just impossible in your mind. My goal was to get to my junior black belt, and here I am, successful and still working. It took more dedication than many know. Yes, it did. Many don't fully realize just how dedicated you had to be, Jasper, to get to where you're at today. From the very beginning, getting to see that drive in you has been such a phenomenal deal. So Jasper now goes on to say, he says, most people had zero faith in me. How many of you guys find yourselves in the same place? But the reason I got to my junior black belt is because of Mr. Danny. Where most people saw a fat kid, he saw a dedicated kid. The only way I got through the insults from school was the lessons and prayers he done for everyone. He also pushes everyone to their limits and beyond. He helped push me to get in shape, but he told me it would take dedication and sacrifice. That's the only way I got to where I am today. You know, Jasper, we had this thing going, and I would tell Jasper a lot of times, like, listen, son, just a lot of people right now who don't think you can do this. I said, but boy, let's think about something right now. You and I, we're going to prove everybody wrong, aren't we? And he'd go, yes, sir, and get so excited, like, yes, sir. I'm like, son, we're going to prove everyone wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? He'd go, yes, sir. And we'd go through this like daily. I'd meet with him. I'd do private classes with him. You know, I had his mother start, Amber, thank you so much for being so faithful and bringing him into me so we can do like all the private classes that we were doing. And so we'd go through this like week after week, and he'd come in and share with me just different things going on at school and his different challenges, and we'd kind of walk through them, and we'd pray together, and he'd come back the next day, we'd get through it again. And I just love the fact that he actually realized the concept of sacrifice, the realization that everything that's good in this life, it's going to require a certain amount of sacrifice, but it's character building, man. It's so character building to just go through it. Do the necessary sacrifices so that you can get somewhere. And so, Jasper, you said thank you to me in this. But here's what I want to share with everyone. So, Jasper I was working with, I had his mother start bringing him in, and, you know, I just decided to put my own time into him and do these private classes with him. You know, did not charge her. And I just wanted to just put some time into this kid because he just fascinated me so much, and I just believed in him so much. So one day, after a while of us doing private classes, Jasper comes to me at the end of a class, and he says, sir, I have something for you. So I said, all right. So he runs out to the waiting room, gets this little, I call it a little cookie, jar, and brings it back to me. And I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, he got me cookies? And he goes, this is for you, sir. So I open this thing up, and there's just stacks and stacks of these $1 bills in this little container. And I'm thinking, I said, Jasper, what is this? He goes, well, that's for you, sir. I said, Jasper, why are you giving me this? He goes, well, you've taken so much time to put so much time into me. I've just been saving my money because I just wanted to be able to give something back and pay you something for all this time that you've been working with me. I could not believe it. Brought a tear to my eyes. So I took Jasper in the office. I said, listen, son, I'm always going to invest in you. I said, here's what we're gonna do. I took $20 out of my drawer in the office. I put $20 in the container. I said, here, now I'm gonna continue to invest in you. I said, son, I want you to take this and I want you to go get yourself something awesome that you've always wanted, okay? So take this and go ahead and call your mom in here. So his mother comes in, Amber comes in and she says, what did he just do? I said, Amber, has he not told you what he's been doing? She goes, what did he just do? So I explained to her the container that he brought to me, and told me that he had been saving his money, and the whole time, this boy never told anybody. He not even tell his mother. And I tell you, me and Amber, we just kind of sat in that office and just had a moment like, wow. Both of us in awe of her son, this incredible young man who I get to now look at and say, thank you. Thank you, Jasper, because as much as you think I've taught you, you've taught me so much. And you've pushed me into a different place in my life as well. So I need you to understand, as much as you think I've touched your life, you've not only touched my life, but you're touching many, many other lives. Because you got to understand something, son. All the times that you've been out there performing with the demo team, the many tournaments that we've gone to, you have no idea how many people have been touched just by seeing you. Just by being in the same room with you and just grasping a piece of that heart that you have inside of you, son. You're an amazing kid. I'm just fully blessed that I get to be a part of your life. So today, this is my thank you to you, Jasper. Mr. Danny loves you. We're going to keep this thing going. I know we got many other goals we're going to try to get to, but just understand something. They're all going to come the same way. A lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice. I'm so glad that at your age, you're understanding the concept of sacrificing, putting in hard work, doing what's necessary, not just what you want, but doing what's necessary, irregardless of how you feel. Not being dominated by your emotions, but rather taking those things under control and deciding, making a decision that you're going to go after this thing no matter what. You are going to accomplish some major things in your life, son. And again, I'm going to be there every step of the way. And I'm going to be your #1 fan, dude. So, Jasper, I love you. Thank you. And I'll see you soon, Bubba. Love you.